The previous segment highlighted the strategic importance of Romania as a southern link in the NATO network, enhancing the morale and response of forces across Eastern Europe. This synchronization creates a formidable deterrence belt from the Baltic to the Black Sea, limiting Russia's ability to exploit vulnerabilities. Now, imagine a scenario where the F-35s become the backbone of this defense network. The deployment in Romania is not merely about aircraft, it's about creating a seamless web of air and missile defense. The F-35s will work in tandem with systems like Patriot and NASAM, amplifying their effectiveness. As these jets take to the skies, they will enhance early warning capabilities and target confirmation, tightening the threat response chain. Can you feel the tension in the air as the stakes rise? The speed and accuracy of data flow will dictate the engagement windows, transforming Romania into a critical theater of operations. But what happens when the network is fully operational? The risk of escalation diminishes, yet NATO-Russia tensions inevitably rise. Recent months have seen NATO jets scramble in unison during Russian long-range strike attempts, creating a unified air defense picture. With the F-35s in place, this picture will be clearer and more detailed, allowing for a calm and calculated response to any potential threats. The disciplined mathematics of patrols will reduce the chances of miscalculation, shifting the focus from reactive measures to proactive deterrence. As the F-35s prepare for deployment, the question looms, how will Russia respond to this fortified presence? The answer could redefine the balance of power in the region. With the potential for increased reconnaissance flights and heightened military activity, the airspace over the Black Sea could become a hotbed of tension. Will NATO's strategy of calm de-escalation hold firm against the backdrop of rising provocations? The stakes are higher than ever, and the world watches closely as this intricate game of chess unfolds. The previous segment highlighted the strategic importance of a Romania-focused patrol, emphasizing its role in a calculated deterrence doctrine. This doctrine is not merely about the number of aircraft but hinges on the quality and continuity of the network established. Now, as NATO integrates its deployment with a robust backbone, the stakes rise. The arrival of Dutch and Norwegian F-35s to safeguard the Ukraine supply corridor through Poland marks a pivotal moment. This formation of a fifth-generation air security belt on the eastern flank is not just a military maneuver, it's a statement of intent. Imagine the roar of engines as US F-35s at Lakenheath and their Norwegian counterparts in the north synchronize with Romanian forces in the south. This creates a seamless shield stretching from the Black Sea to the Baltic, enhancing data sharing and training efficiency. But what happens when the balance of power shifts? Poland's modernization of its F-16 Viper fleet allows these fourth-generation platforms to play a crucial role in this intricate network. The result? A dynamic air defense system that adapts to threats, ensuring flexibility and responsiveness. Yet, the Romanian deployment serves as the southern hinge of this shield. If this hinge falters, what does that mean for the northern response? As tensions escalate, the question looms, how will Russia react? Increased military activity around Crimea and Krasnodar could be on the horizon. Russian reconnaissance flights over the Baltic may intensify, prompting NATO's northern patrols to scramble more frequently. Each takeoff carries the weight of potential miscalculation. In this high-stakes game, tactical errors can spiral into strategic blunders. NATO's command structure emphasizes calm de-escalation, ensuring disciplined patrols and clear tactical instructions. But as the propaganda war heats up, accusations of illegal threats will fly from both sides. The presence of F-35s in Romania could shift from a military asset to a political target, complicating the narrative. What will be the next move in this intricate chess game? The airspace over Eastern Europe is charged with uncertainty, and every decision could tip the balance. The world watches, waiting for the next chapter to unfold. In the wake of escalating tensions, the deployment of F-35s to Romania marks a pivotal shift in the air security landscape of Eastern Europe. As the threshold for deliberate violations rises, Russian military planners are forced to recalibrate their strategies. The stakes are higher than ever, with the airspace over the Black Sea and Baltic becoming a chessboard of heightened alertness. The question looms, how will Russia respond to this new reality? The presence of F-35s is not merely a show of force, it transforms the political dynamics of the European-US alliance. While Europe is prepared to shoulder the burden of ground forces, it demands air and network security from the United States. Washington's message is clear: air security and logistical support will remain a priority, allowing for a strategic pivot away from ground troop deployments. This shift solidifies Ukraine's security guarantees, turning diplomatic rhetoric into actionable military strategy. Imagine the roar of F-35 engines as they take off from newly expanded runways in Romania, their sleek forms cutting through the crisp morning air. The scent of jet fuel mingles with the anticipation of a new era in air defense. These bases are not just physical locations, they are the nerve centers of a robust defense network, ready to respond to any threat. The operational orders that emerge from these bases signal a commitment to maintaining stability, regardless of political changes. For Russia, this deployment creates a psychological imbalance. The tightening of air defense networks around the Black Sea forces them into a more cautious posture. The once comfortable visibility of their radar systems is now compromised, making every flight a calculated risk. The pressure mounts on their coastal batteries, increasing the frequency of rotations and straining their resources. Can they sustain this heightened operational tempo without jeopardizing their logistical capabilities? As the F-35s establish a presence, the implications ripple through the region. The airspace becomes a battleground of intelligence and counterintelligence, where every movement is scrutinized. The integration of advanced technology allows for early warning systems that enhance NATO's response capabilities. The question remains, will this technological edge deter aggression, or will it provoke a more aggressive stance from Russia? The stakes are rising, and the air corridors of Eastern Europe are transforming into a critical theater of operations. The F-35s are not just aircraft, they are symbols of a new strategic reality. As the situation unfolds, the world watches closely. What will be the next move in this high-stakes game of aerial chess? The answer could redefine the balance of power in the region. In the wake of escalating tensions, Romania's Mihail Cogul-Nisanu Air Base is undergoing a dramatic transformation. New runways, shelters, and a sprawling base city are set to make it the largest NATO installation in Europe. But why is this expansion crucial? It's not just about bolstering Romania's defenses, it's about creating a 24/7 watch over the Black Sea. The Aegis Ashore complex in Devisalu stands as a formidable shield against ballistic threats, and with the addition of US F-35s, a robust network of reconnaissance and missile defense will emerge. Imagine the hum of engines as F-35s take to the skies, their ANAC 81 AESA radar scanning the horizon for threats. This isn't merely about air superiority, it's about establishing a strategic balance between land and air power. Romania's geographical position forms a reaction ring near Crimea, where Russian systems like the S-400 and Bastion are concentrated. This proximity allows for early detection of long-range fire, enhancing coordination between NATO air policing and cross-border warnings. But what happens when these advanced jets, equipped with cutting-edge electronic warfare capabilities, enter the fray? They become more than just aircraft, they are nodes in a vast network, sharing vital data across platforms. The tactical picture they create, transmitted via Link 16, allows for precise tracking of surface and ground threats. As the F-35s patrol, their low visibility extends the range of first contact, ensuring operational safety. Yet, the stakes are high. The deployment of these jets is not just a show of force, it's a calculated move to deter aggression. The question looms, how will Russia respond to this fortified presence? As tensions rise, the Black Sea corridor transforms into a critical airspace for both warning and supply routes. If F-35s begin their patrols here, the dynamics of engagement will shift dramatically. The urgency of this deployment is palpable. Recent weeks have seen NATO scrambling jets in response to intensified Russian airstrikes. The F-35s in Romania will not merely fill a symbolic gap, they will serve as a vital operational asset. As the air patrols increase, the risk of miscalculation diminishes, but the potential for conflict remains. With the F-35s in place, Romania becomes a linchpin in NATO's defense strategy. The integration of these aircraft with existing bases and infrastructure is already underway, signaling a new era of air security. But as the geopolitical landscape shifts, the question remains, will this show of strength deter further aggression, or will it escalate tensions even further? The answer lies in the delicate balance of power in the region. As tensions escalate, the battlefield of information becomes just as crucial as the physical one. Accusations of illegal threats are flying from both sides, but the presence of F-35s in Romania could shift the narrative. Will these advanced jets become political pawns in a larger game? The stakes are high, and the implications are profound. The alliance's communication discipline is now as vital as its military readiness. The ongoing investment at the Mihail-Kogalniceanu airbase is not just about runways and hangars. Picture fuel farms, ammunition depots, and cyber defenses being constructed to ensure seamless operations. This infrastructure aims to keep personnel morale high and rotations fatigue-free. The ambitious plan for a base city standard is unprecedented on NATO's eastern flank, striking a balance between flexible deployment and a robust deterrent presence. But what happens if a crisis strikes? The high level of Air Force readiness achieved through this strategy minimizes the need for emergency reinforcements. Imagine the strategic advantage of Black Sea ports and rail links, facilitating the flow of fuel and spare parts. This logistical backbone is crucial for maintaining flight tempo and operational efficiency. Yet, the question remains, how will this deployment impact the Baltic and Scandinavian theaters? The F-35s in Romania are not just isolated assets, they will serve as a vital link in NATO's fifth-generation air network. As these jets take to the skies, they will connect with F-35 nodes in the north, creating a comprehensive data corridor that stretches from Poland to the Black Sea. The integration of these advanced systems promises to enhance NATO's collective defense capabilities. But will this network be enough to deter potential aggression? As the situation unfolds, the balance of power in the region hangs in the balance, and every decision could have far-reaching consequences. The clock is ticking, and the world watches closely. Poland and its allies are stepping up their air defense amid escalating threats. With long-range bombardments and relentless drone swarms, the Black Sea-Balkan corridor is evolving into a pivotal airspace for warnings and supply routes. What if F-35s were to patrol this corridor? Imagine the sheer speed of intelligence sharing and the dramatic shortening of response times for any Russian aerial incursions. It's a game-changer. The intensification of air patrols not only lowers the chances of false alarms but also keeps risks of accidents and conflict in check. As NATO announces strategic deployments, this isn't just routine, it's a calculated shift towards a fortified response. Romania now becomes the front line of Europe's security framework, aligning with a vision that spans from the Baltic Sea to the Black Sea. At the heart of the situation lies a formidable defense architecture. The region is saturated with missile systems like S-400S and protective bastion systems, creating an imposing barrier against aggression. The stealth prowess of the F-35 pushes detection boundaries, effectively altering the game. This multi-layered network of passive and active sensors forms a robust ISR shield. Imagine radar systems sharing critical alerts, extending the operational reach of Allied forces and ensuring the safety of civilian supplies crossing this newfound air corridor. This isn't merely establishing a no-fly zone, it's a strategy of strategic deterrence. In this tense theater, the daily routine of patrolling reflects a profound shift in how security is conceptualized. The efficacy of such operations hinges on not just the number of aircraft, but their integration into a seamless network, each asset working in unison to uphold airspace sovereignty. But will this integrated approach withstand the pressures of an aggressive Russia? As air patrols proliferate, the specter of miscalculation looms large. The complexities of militarized airspace raise critical questions. How will Russia respond to heightened NATO activity? Could we be inching closer to open conflict? The stakes have never been higher, and the world watches closely as the delicate balance of power hangs in the balance. In a shocking escalation, a relentless barrage of Russian missiles and drones has unleashed chaos across Ukraine. But what if I told you that this attack targeted a U.S. electronics factory in a remote corner of western Ukraine? The world is watching as European capitals unite in a chorus of condemnation, demanding that Russia be held accountable. As peace talks crumble, the U.S. has deployed F-35 fighter jets to safeguard the skies of Ukraine and Eastern Europe. But is this enough to deter further aggression? Now, European leaders are urging President Donald Trump to send these advanced jets to Romania, a strategic move that could reshape the security landscape. Romania's critical position along the Black Sea and its proximity to the Ukrainian border make it an ideal launchpad for air operations. As preparations ramp up, Romanian airfields are being readied for immediate action. But what does this mean for the balance of power in the region? The deployment of F-35s is not just a show of force, it represents a calculated strategy to enhance air security without committing ground troops. This plan includes constant access to satellite reconnaissance and advanced air defense systems like Patriot. While this framework stops short of establishing a no-fly zone over Ukraine, it could significantly pressure Russian long-range attacks. But how will Russia respond to this bold move? Romania's airbases are being transformed into a formidable NATO stronghold, with the Mihail Kogel-Nisanu airbase set to become the largest NATO base in Europe. This expansion is not merely for defense, it aims to provide 24/7 coverage of the Black Sea airspace. The integration of F-35s into this network will create a seamless flow of intelligence and enhance missile defense capabilities. But can this new air power truly deter Russian aggression? As the F-35s prepare to take flight, they will connect a vast network of reconnaissance and targeting systems stretching from the Baltic to the Black Sea. This network effect is crucial for increasing the effectiveness of air defenses. The F-35 is not just another fighter jet, it is a sophisticated sensor platform capable of detecting threats at unprecedented ranges. But will this technological edge be enough to counter the looming threat from Russian forces? The stakes are high, and the urgency of this deployment is palpable. Recent weeks have seen NATO scrambling jets in response to intensified Russian airstrikes. The Black Sea corridor is becoming a critical airspace for both warning and supply routes. If F-35s begin patrols in this area, the dynamics of engagement will shift dramatically. But what unforeseen consequences could arise from this increased military presence? As tensions escalate, the deployment of F-35s in Romania could become a focal point in the propaganda war between Russia and the West. The question remains, will this show of strength deter further aggression, or will it provoke a dangerous escalation? The world is watching, and the next move could change everything. In the tense landscape shaped by heightened military confrontations, tensions continue to escalate as Russia seems unfazed by international condemnation. Following a barrage of drone and missile attacks across Ukraine, the United States is stepping up its game. With peace talks in tatters, F-35 fighter jets are poised to take to the skies. But what happens next could change everything. Imagine the roar of engines piercing the stillness of Romanian airfields. As NATO allies demand action, President Donald Trump faces unprecedented pressure to dispatch these advanced jets to Romania's strategic airbase on the Black Sea coast. Why here? Romania's positioning offers a frontline defense against a looming threat, where radar systems could mean the difference between silence and chaos. Are the stakes about to get higher? The strategic implications of this deployment ripple through the region. With airfields under preparation, Romania is transforming into a pivotal military hub. The Mihail Kogel-Nisanu base prepares to rise as one of the largest NATO installations in Europe. Can this be the arsenal that tips the scales? Meanwhile, the tension thrums in the air as satellite reconnaissance and missile defense systems promise to bolster deterrent capabilities against Russian aggression. Yet, lurking in the background is the specter of Russian response. Their military mechanics could tighten around Crimea, ramping up surveillance and air defense protocols. What are they perceiving through their lenses? As NATO's patrols commence, how will Russia recalibrate their strategies? The rapid movement of F-35s will not just serve as a deterrent but also a constant reminder of the Western resolve. NATO's strategic designs rest upon a critical understanding of risk management. The integration of operational layers offers more than mere defense tactics, it signals readiness for conflict. With each mobilization, does the air thrum with the possibility of engagement, or is it simply a game of political chess? The finer points of this military coordination underline a collective wariness and anticipation. And then, the unthinkable happens, Russian forces escalate their missile array, targeting not just military installations but civilian infrastructure. What becomes of the humanitarian crisis that unfolds? With international attention locked on this new threat, could the situation spiral beyond control? The future stands precariously on a knife's edge, as every decision risks igniting the powder keg of conflict that sits beneath the surface of Europe. Will calm emerge from chaos, or will the world witness a new chapter in warfare? The answers lie in the air, and they may alter the course of history forever. The escalating tension in Europe has taken a shocking turn as a web of military strategy unfolds. The planes slated for deployment in Romania are not just agile fighter jets, they are the keystones in NATO's fifth-generation air defense network. Imagine a digital fortress where information flows seamlessly across borders. That's exactly what will happen when the F-35 patrols above Poland connect to a sophisticated data corridor stretching toward the Black Sea through Romania. But could this be the moment that tips the balance of power? With the F-35s, we are not merely adding firepower, we're establishing a comprehensive surveillance mechanism. Picture the rapid exchange of intelligence, target identification, and warning signals whirling through the air, aircraft to aircraft, and ground to ground. The result? A more proactive military posture that will compel Russia to rethink its every move. With robust air patrols in Romania, we can see a ripple effect across the theater of operations, enhancing safety across the skies. As the complexities deepen, Poland emerges as a crucial player, rapidly modernizing its F-16 fleet to Viper standards, investing heavily in defense, upwards of 4.7% of its GDP. This momentum sets the stage for shocking events. Polish airspace has become a hive of activity, preemptively scrambling jets during Russian long-range strikes. Allied F-35 deployments in Romania supercharge this dynamic, reinforcing a potent two-pillar defense strategy that spans from the northern to southern flanks of NATO. Can you feel the mounting urgency? The dual deployment is not just about air superiority, it intertwines the fortunes of nations, transforming the Black Sea into a more surveilled and secure arena. A strong connection between Poland and Romania galvanizes morale and enhances response time, creating a deterrence belt that keeps adversaries at bay. Yet, imagine the implications. What happens when NATO's resolve meets Russia's strategic calculations? As we move toward implementing these plans, the stakes have never been higher. The excitement is palpable, with the potential for missteps looming large. Will increased reconnaissance provoke retaliatory maneuvers from Russia? In the shadows, fervent debates ignite as military scholars evaluate the ripple effects of these deployments. Every takeoff now resonates with the weight of geopolitical strategy, and each jet is a new chapter in this unfolding drama. The clock is ticking, and we are on the cusp of a new era in air defense. Will NATO's air corridors bind the alliance closer together, or will they become a flashpoint for conflict that no one saw coming?